welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by again. Today I'm going to be doing another story time. This time it's going to be a story time about a guy. So this is my first time doing that on the channel. I'm excited to do it. This is going to be a really good, fun story to tell. I'm excited to do it. So let's just get started. So this goes back years and years ago when I was young and dumb and didn't have no kind of sense about me. So it was around Christmas time. I was working in an office, and around that time, you know, when packages start coming, we had a UPS guy that was our regular guy, and I liked him. He was a cool dude. And he, around that time, had this guy start, like, I don't know, helping him out, following him. I guess because it's busy around Christmas time, they do that. They have like extra people on the car. So yeah, so one day he comes in on his route, and he comes in with this guy, and let me just tell you, this guy was beautiful. I don't care what nobody say. He was beautiful. He had like dark hair and like striking blue eyes. It was so cute. And I was like, oh my God, who is this? Who is it? And I was very interested in this guy, and I would stare at him every day that they came to deliver. Every day I'd be like staring at him, like, because I worked in the front too, so I would be like waiting for every day when they would deliver. And on the very last day that he worked, it ended up being Christmas Eve. And so I remember I went to the cafe down the street, and I came out, and he was right there, and he was alone. And so I was so excited. I was like, yes, finally got him alone, you know, and so I'm going to talk to him. And I did. I walked right up to him. No shame in my game. I walked right up to him, and I was like, hey, hi, you know, what's up? And he was like, hey, and we just got into conversation, and he seemed pretty cool. And I was like, he was like, what are you doing tonight? First of all, mind you, this was Christmas Eve, so I randomly, I didn't have plans that night because it was Christmas Eve. I had plans the next night. So I celebrate Christmas Day. So I was like, oh, I ain't got nothing going on. He was like, well, do you want to hang out tonight? Like, why not? And I was like, ah! I was like, fuck it. Sure, why not? I would love to. I would love to. And so that I got ready. I remember that night, and we ended up meeting up at a sushi spot. And I love sushi. And we ended up meeting there, and we had great conversation. But immediately what I noticed, red flag number one, was he kept sniffing all night. Like from the time I saw him, he was sniffing hella hard. And I was like, why is he sniffing? And I remember asking him about it. I was like, are you okay? Like, I don't want to say nothing, but he was just, he really didn't say much about it. Like, he waved it off, and he was like, oh, I got to get my nose cauterized. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means, but okay, hopefully you're okay. So we just kept on with the night, and it actually was going really, really good. Like, I was having a good time, and I was enjoying the company, and he was like, let's just keep this rolling. I was like, okay. So we ended up going to the bars, and we were having a good time. I remember, like, I was loving it. We were dancing, we were drinking, we were having a great time. And after that, I remember he was like, do you want to come over? I had parked in front of his house. So I was like, yeah, let's just go back, because everything's closing. Like, it's Christmas Eve. Like, let's just go chill for a minute so I can sober up, and then I'll go home. So we ended up walking to his place, and it was like a really big place. It was in downtown area, so it was really nice. It was really big, and I was so excited. And I remember we went there, and he let me in, and everything in there was dark. And I was like, do you have roommates? He was like, oh yeah, I have a lot of roommates. I was like, okay, all right. And I mean, it was a huge house, so I believed him. And I was like, okay, well, you know, let's chill, let's hang out. And he was like, well, I want to smoke a cigarette. So I was like, fine, sure, that's fine. So we went in the backyard, and I remember just like on the way to the backyard, I saw a clipboard to the right. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what? I don't know why that just threw me off. I was like, why is there a clipboard in this house? And there's shit on it too, but we were walking, I couldn't really look at it because I would have. And I was just like, okay. And we got in the backyard, and we were talking again, having a great time. and some big ass Debo looking dude came out and was like, hey, you can't have visitors past 10. I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, why is he telling you what the fuck to do? And I was looking at him crazy, and I was like, you gonna tell him off, right? You gonna tell him that you can do whatever you want. And he was like, okay, yeah, sure. I was like, what? It just really threw me off. Like, stuff was starting to, my intuition was starting to kick in, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? I ain't no dummy, and I knew something was up, and I was just like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, if this was a normal roommate, he wouldn't be telling, I mean, maybe you guys have house rules, but I don't know, something was, the water wasn't clean up in this house. So I remember he was like, yeah, we gotta go, and I was like, why? But I already kind of knew, because shit was looking funny. Like, the house was eerily silent, even though he said he had tons of roommates. I saw the clipboard. This big ass dude was telling us to leave. I was like, you know what? Something is up. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this shit, because 1 and 2 was starting to equal motherfucking 3. And I was so like, I was starting to get like antsy about it. So we get outside to the parking lot, and I was just like, look, I gotta ask you something, because I'm pretty blunt. Like, I'll just come out and say something if I want to. I was just like, look, is this a halfway house? I don't know why I fucking asked that, but I was just like, is this a halfway house? And he was like, yeah, it is. I was like, what? Yeah. How can you casually say, yeah? First of all, when things were looking off, you didn't say nothing, and then I asked you if this is a halfway house, you were like, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Bitch, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Whoa. You should have told me that from the jump. I was thrown off, to say the motherfucking least. Because, you know why? Because I know, I'm not stupid. I know halfway houses are for prison. They're not for jail. You don't go to jail and then you get out and you go to a halfway house. No, you go to prison and then you get out and you go to a halfway house. I was like, what the fuck did he do? I was clutching the pearls. I was getting scared. I was like, oh my God, what did you do? So I was like, so I asked him, again, me not giving a fuck. I was like, so what did you do? Like, why did you go to prison? Because pretty much knew his ass went to prison. I was like, why did you go to prison? He was like, oh, I killed 6 people. Bitch, are you serious? And I don't know why. I don't know why when he said that, I didn't just run to my car, which is right there. I didn't run to that bitch and fucking get the fuck out of there. I was like, what? Look, because I was so scared. I could just remember, I was like, what? You killed 6 people? Really? And he was like, no, I'm just fucking around with you. I was like, bitch, I don't believe you. I don't believe it. But I don't know why, even when he said that, I didn't fucking leave. I stayed. I was like, okay, well, he ain't gonna tell me the reason. I'm not gonna push shit. I'm not hella dumb. I'm just in a nutshell, hella motherfucking dumb. Corey, when the fuck you didn't leave there?
No, something is very off about your ass, okay? Your brain is not stopping on every motherfucking floor.
Like, I should have fucking ran for the hills, bitch. But I didn't. And I remember he was like, well, we can't stay here so we can get a room. Or, you know what? First, I gotta go make a stop. Can you just walk with me? And I was like, well, where are we walking to? And he was like, oh, I gotta go to this neighborhood, which, to be honest, that neighborhood, I know that neighborhood. It's hella far from where we were at. Like, it's not close. It's not walking distance. It ain't bike distance. Like, what the fuck? It's driving distance. I'm like, you fucking crackhead. I'm not walking over there. And that's the hood. I was like, why the fuck are you walking to the hood? See, at first I didn't really put it all together, but slowly as the night went on, I was putting every motherfucking Lego block, Tetris block, everything together. I was like, this motherfucker's a crackhead. He's trying to go to the hood. This is a drug run. He is a knock. I gotta go. I was getting stressed. So I was like, oh,
no.
I gotta go. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just call it a night. and I'm about to go. He's like, no, let's just go. I was like, no, I gotta go. And he kept pressing me about it. See, I just ended up running to my car. And I was kind of tipsy, and I felt bad because like I was kind of tipsy, so I shouldn't even been driving. I had planned on marinating for a little bit and then leaving, but I didn't have time because I had to get the fuck out of there. I was fucking scared, shit. And I was like, I ran to the car, and I remember driving home. And I got home, and I remember texting my friend. I was like, girl, I will let you know. But it was hella bad. Like, I was so scared. And I remember, you know, when we were out and about having a good time, we ended up going to the bar. And I remember I saw some friends there, some old friends from like high school. And there were more acquaintances, but I was so happy to see them, and we all started playing pool, and it was a good time. And I remember at one point in the game, they were staring at him, and I was like, why are you staring at my friend? I walked over to them. I was like, why are you staring at my friend? Like, what you looking at him for? And they were like, girl. They were staring at him. They didn't remove their eyes from him. They did not want to lose contact of him. They didn't want to lose sight of his ass. They were like, girl, your friend. I was like, what about him? And they're like, girl, he's scaring us. I was like, what? And you know, I was playing dumb, but I really knew what the fuck they were talking about. As soon as they said that, I was like, what about it? And they were like, girl, he's scaring us. Something about his eyes. And he does have like really intense ass, like staring eyes, like they don't even fucking blink. And I was like, oh, girl, stop. I was just playing it off, already defending this ass. Like, I don't even know this guy. And I was already like defending him, but I knew exactly what they were talking about. He looked fucking crazy. He had crazy eyes and I couldn't read it. And, well, I could, but like I ignored it. And I was like, oh no, they literally wanted to stop playing with us because they were scared of him. And I was like, oh, shit, you know, like all the signs were there. And so we ended up, you know, when I ended up leaving, my dumb ass, I felt bad. I felt bad that I just ran up out of there and left. Even though I was protecting myself, even though I was saving my own damn life. That's what I think. I felt bad. So my stupid ass, the next day, I ended up texting him. And I was like, hey, sorry for running out. Like, hope you had a good rest of the night. Some stupid shit. I don't know what the fuck I said. To be honest, like I shouldn't even have sent that text message because why? What the fuck? Like, I was dodging a bullet, but I just couldn't even comprehend that at the moment. Like I said, I was younger, I was stupider, but I was just like trying to make it nice, trying to like, I don't know, trying to keep in his good graces. And for what? For what? Because I remember talking to my friend and she was like, you know, who is this person? Like, he is a literal crackhead. Like, he could have hurt you, or is this somebody that, you know, you could be proud to take to your family, or is this somebody that, you know, you feel safe around? And to be honest, I couldn't say yes. And that was like, why the fuck am I even texting him right now? I should have just kept it moving, but I tried to be nice. And so, you know, it was very weird that I did that, but I did. And you know what? He didn't even text me back. He ghosted me. Like, not to say like, oh, you're just all that and bag of chips, but no, he ghosted me when I should have fucking never talked to his ass because clearly he had a problem. You know, I'm not gonna say he was a crackhead. He's a cokehead. And that's a little bit better, right? That's a little bit better, but shit, it was still fucked up. And, you know, I remember like feeling some kind of way that he didn't text me back. And it, you know, that went away eventually, but I just look back at that time now and think I would never do that. I would never do something like that. I would never text a guy who was like that again, like just fucked up, and it was, you know, just all bad. And you know, it just really made me look at myself and look at the kind of guys that I were talking to, like, where are your standards at? Where are your boundaries at? You know, a lot of times we want to say, oh, it's them and they were fucked up and this and that. But if you still keep fucking with them, then it's you. It's you. If you still keep fucking with them, then it's you. You know, you're the problem. You know, it's you not having standards. It's you not having boundaries. That's what the real problem is. It's not them. Yeah, they might be fucked up, but that's them and that's what they doing. You, if you have, or you surround yourself with people like that, then you need to really take a look at yourself and your choices, because you obviously ain't making the right ones. And I wasn't at the time, and I can admit that. I can take full accountability for that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't been in a situation like that. You know, I've been in something somewhat similar, but not exactly like that. Each time you are aware of it, it gets better, but that time I was just full on stupid, stuck on stupid, you know, like they say. So yeah, I will never forget that. So hope you like the story. Thanks for again stopping by. And if you like the story, please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video, and come back next time. I'd love to see you. And until then, take care. Bye.